Hi everyone, it's Danielle with Northlawn Flower Farms. Today I want to talk about how to grow larkspur, how to harvest it as a fresh cut flower, and how to harvest it for a dried cut flower. So growing larkspur is really easy. It's a hardy annual and it likes to grow during the cooler portions of the year. So I like to do a fall planting 6 to 8 weeks before our first frost. So they have some time to develop, they become baby plants, they overwinter as baby plants, and then in the spring they really take off, and here they are producing these beautiful flower spikes for me. Very reminiscent of a delphinium, but quite frankly a lot easier to grow than a delphinium. And another trick I've learned with larkspur seed is that they really want to be directly sown into the soil. And I like to also pop my seed into the freezer for 1 week before I plant them out into the ground. Those are all some tricks that I've learned to really give me success with germination. I just scatter the seed on the soil, cover them lightly about 1/4 of an inch, and then I thin them out for cutting to 6 inches apart. But if you were using them in the landscape, you could probably push it to 9 inches apart. But I really feel like putting them closer at 6 inches apart helps them to stay upright. They're really tall plants and they all kind of help each other stay up in the garden when you do them at 6 inches apart. So this larkspur that I grow is Imperial Blue. It's the only larkspur I grow. It's my personal favorite, and it's ready to be cut. And I have a couple different rows throughout our farm of larkspur. This row is ready to be harvested for dried flower production, but I picked some from the back so you can see what it should look like if you're going to be using it fresh. So if you're harvesting larkspur as a fresh cut, to use in a fresh bouquet, you want to pick it when it's about 1/3 open. The flowers open from the bottom to the top. So what you're seeing out here is a good example of what it should look like to be used fresh. It's about 1/3 open, 2/3 still budded up and closed, and these will continue to open in the vase as these fall away. And at this stage, I can expect about 5 to 7 days, and it's a really good idea to add floral preservative to the water. Now, on the other hand, if I was picking the larkspur in order to dry it and use it as a dried flower, I would want to pick it when it's almost fully open. So all the flowers on the spike are open, but also it's not yet started to produce seed. So I'll pick one here for you. Something like this. Looks great. It's fully open to the top. Now, if the top 2 are not open yet, that's totally fine. That's still a good cut. And I'm going to strip all this foliage away before I take it inside. So this is going to hold up wonderfully as a dried flower. So all I have to do is stick it in a warm, dark place for about 2 to 3 weeks. Just hang it upside down in bunches. Don't bunch too many close together. You might have a mold issue then. Just make sure you have good air around the plant. But that's really all there is to harvesting them for dried production. So I sure hope those tips were helpful, and I hope you'll consider growing some larkspur in your garden. Until next time, happy gardening. Bye.